And there was one time once he was in the encounter, he said, I was so afraid. He was so afraid. And when the man touched him, now he got boldness. And then, so sometimes it's not one touch. In some of the visions, he was touched about 3 times. They touch him and he's not sure. They touch him and he's speaking, but he's so afraid. And then they touch him again, and all of a sudden he's saying, now talk to me. Talk to me, what are you saying? The offices you were afraid to enter with your business, after the touch, all of a sudden you are going, can I see your manager? Can I see your boss? I'm not here to talk to your secretary. I want to see the man at the top. Am I talking to somebody here? Your fear will die, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. We are not joking this year. We are attempting greater things for God. We are going to attempt great things for God. You are afraid of applying for that master's because you thought you are not strong enough to do it. But after the touch, you don't know where confidence comes, and you say, I'm going for doctorate. Even masters is not my end. I'm going for my end field. I hear what I'm saying. You are afraid to start the business, but a touch can come, and all of a sudden your fear has disappeared, and now you are not afraid to start. You are worried as to how big it's going to be. Your fear for some things is about to disappear. Some of you here, you are afraid of your future. You are afraid of tomorrow. You are afraid of what is going to happen. But after tonight, the anointing that is coming is not only going to make you prophesy and speak in tongues. That anointing is about to take you all the way to Egypt. And just like Joseph, you'll be able to look at the economy and say, in 7 years, there's going to be a problem. Except you do A, B, C, and D. The spiritual encounter you have should translate into some form of human endeavor that impacts other lives. I hear what I'm saying now. Our spirituality must impact those at your workplace. Our spirituality must be seen when they give you the work. You chew it like easy cook because you have skill and you have understanding. When they say, can you represent the company at so and so place? Can you represent the hospital? Can you represent the party at so and so place? You will not be like, hey, me, who am I? Me, this is a ding dong fair. No, you will say, please give me the papers. Let me see the slides. Let me go through it, and I'll bring you corrections of your own slides. Confidence is coming. I see somebody bold attempting something great for God. You thought that you could not build, and yet after the touch, all you saw was a bigger plan than what you was afraid of. You thought where you are was okay for you. You wanted to stay there, and God said, who told you? I have a greater plan for my people. My people must be preserved. The ministry must be preserved. And so what is happening is, what the touch will do is that it will make you unsatisfied with where you are, and you will say, I refuse to stay in the same way that the family has been for so long. I refuse. It is just a touch, but you can receive a touch, and even though your certificate is in business management, all of a sudden you don't know why you have become an owner of a magazine, an owner of a media company, and yet your certificate is in management, because skill can be transferred even from spiritual encounter, because your destiny is bigger than your certificate. Some of you are going to attempt things that are bigger than the course you have read in school. You are attempting great things for God. Am I talking to somebody here? Some of you are going to walk back into the same place, and the things you found as difficult all of a sudden have become as easy job for you. That is what I came with, an anointing to give you skill and to give you understanding, to kill every fear. Because one of the things that great men don't have is the fear of greatness. Some of you So you look at the case and you say, no, this cannot be so, because God will bring us the right judgment. But instead of saying, God, where are you? You will say, the God in me refuses this matter, and so this case I settle it. You have become the voice of God judging the case, and you finish it and you say it will never happen again. Never again, never again, never again, never again. Your judgment is going to stand. So your judgment is going to stand. Your judgment, it is just a touch, and touch can transfer a lot to you, and touch can transfer gifts to you. And after tonight, you are walking away greater skill, greater anointing, greater grace to perform greater. There is a place where a man is touched and he can no longer remain small. He has to expand. A touch can transfer a dimension to a man. There was a man named Isaac, just a man, and then he was blessed by a prophet, and so he carried the grace of the prophetic. And one day he ordered his son to cook for him. And when the son came, even though it was not that actual son, but another son came, he said, bring forth your hands and let me feel you. And he brought forth his hands, and then he felt the hands, and he held the hand of the son and began to speak. All of a sudden, that young man could not be a small person again. His house has to be enlarged. His house has to be greater. He went into another man's land, another foreign country, and he came back as a nation. And so a handshake can transfer you from being a small business, and all of a sudden you are a national and an international mogul. You see, you will not accept what God is giving you today except you read the New Testament. And the apostle is telling you that, listen, those who work under masters, let them work as though they are working for God. So you can be in a profession, and just because you can identify the hand of God in that profession, you would work in that profession as though you were working on the altar, and you will so work that there is no way lifting can bypass you. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You must see the work that God has given to you, the admission God has given to you. You must see it as a calling. So whilst you are in school, you are actually working on your calling, because something drove you to that school. And so an anointing can make you successful in that school. Can I talk to somebody here? Once you start the business, you must, because something drove you. I don't know, but I feel like doing some things. I feel like starting something. Yes, and then you are praying. But the more you are praying, the more the edge is growing. The more you are praying, the more it's growing. You're like, it looks like this thing is, I need to start. And then when you start, you don't know. You are not sensitive to the voice of God. You thought that you just imagined it, but it is the calling of God. So the calling may not be clerical calling, but there could be professional calling, and you feel as though God is calling me that this year I must be lifted to another level. So you will be hearing the callings of God, and so when you leave this place, your ear will be open, and even if you don't hear with your ear, you will hear with your eyes. People are about to hear of you. You are about to appear on that TV station, on that radio station. People are about to hear. People are about to hear. They are about to hear of you. They are about to hear of you. They are about to hear of you.